One guy. One guy. So he makes Adam, and he goes, enjoy! And leaves to go make Venus, I guess. So he makes Adam, and then it occurs to him later when he checks back in on him that, oh, Adam's lonely. Oh, shit, I forgot to make other people for him to hang out with. I thought he'd be able to commune with the sparrow and the fucking lungfish. I thought that would work for him. But I guess he's just sitting, taking a shit, and not knowing what to do. I didn't really have the foresight. Well, what the fuck do I know? I'm just God. I know everything. So then he goes, oh, he's lonely. So when Adam's sleeping, he takes a rib out and makes Eve for him. All right? So then Adam and Eve have Cain and Abel. You know, first of all, there's the thing with the snake in the tree. We all know that story. I don't want to, it's quite sad. I don't want to relay it right here, bum everybody out. It is our original fall from grace. And so then he makes Eve, and then Adam and Eve have Cain and Abel. Then Cain slays Abel, his brother, and then Cain's punishment is he's banished from Eden and he has to go to Nod, where God provides him with a wife. So his punishment is that he doesn't have to hang out with his parents anymore, and there's somebody he can fuck whenever he wants. That's his punishment. And he didn't even lose a rib for it, you know. And then, so in order, but the best part about the Bible is, like, as I said in Genesis, like after like it's kind of page 2 through 6 when Cain gets banished, and they have to get, how they explain how from 4 people, they get to Noah's time, where the Bible kind of kicks in again, you know, and there's like 6 pages to get up to speed. From 4 people, there were like 1 million, without explaining, you know, evolution or, you know, incest or anything like that, you know, because there was a lot of motherfucking going on there. A lot of motherfucking, sister fucking, daughter fucking, you know, father fucking, niece fucking, cousin fucking, tons of fucking rampant incest. Tons, man. Granddaughter fucking, grandson fucking, tons of incest, you know, and explain how we get from there to 1 million people without, you know, getting into that fucking bullshit about evolution, which is a load of shit. You know, come on, the scientists with their theories and their facts, you know, that's nonsense. Everybody knows it was a talking snake in a tree. We all know that. That's how the Earth started. It wasn't this long, protracted evolutionary process. It was a talking snake in a tree. Please, we all know that. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you're fucking that dumb, if you actually don't believe in evolution, if you really are that deluded, but as I was saying, so in order to explain how from 4 people, there's like 1 million in Noah's time, there's this long list of people. In Genesis, it's right. If you got it at home, look it up. When you go home, look it up. It's right there. And if you don't have it, you know what? Check into a fucking, you know, shitty, cheesy motel for like $16 and just go steal the Bible and then, you know, leave and go home. And the Bible's worth $16, so everybody wins. All right, and the Gideons have something to do tomorrow. So, but there's this long list of people who begat other people, and it goes on for like 6 pages. Just on and on and on. So Ehud begat Jadah, and Jadah begat, you know, Jebediah, and Jebediah begat Ezekiel, and Ezekiel begat Hermaphrodite, and Hermaphrodite begat Michelin, and it just goes on and on and on and on. It goes on. But the best thing about it, the funniest thing is, they all grow up to be 840 years old. 910 years old. 940 years old. For real. And you're reading this going like, what? 940 years old? Oh my God. Have you seen a 100-year-old? What the fuck? What kind of fucking God is making people be 940 years old? Jesus, man, you're 100 years old, you fucking fall down, break your hip, that's it. Wherever you fucking land, that is where you're gonna be for the next 800 motherfucking years, all right? You are nothing but a shit and piss factory, my friend. You stay right there and slowly deteriorate and just sit there and fucking hope that a piece of fruit falls off a tree and rolls by your chin to be like, ah! You can have something to eat for once, just sitting there praying for death. And you know my favorite thing about like really religious people is when they tell me they're going to pray for me. They're going to pray for me. I'm going to pray for you so hard. I'm going to pray for your soul. I'm going to pray for you so hard. I'm just going to spend the next 3 days just praying for your soul, praying for you. You know, and then I'm like, cool. All right. Really? That's awesome. Thank you. All right, I'm going to fucking do some blow and then fuck that girl, but you got everything covered? Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I do appreciate it. Anyway, this isn't about that. This is about just lies. And these are all stories that are purported to be true, and they tell people this, and people believe it. And I've selected this so that it's a great example of lies. And it's from a chapter called 5 Secrets of a Happy Marriage. And of the 5 secrets to a happy marriage, fucking, not one of them. You'd think it'd be up there, but leave it to Christians. Jim and Suzette Bronner live in a small town in Missouri and have 3 children. Jason, who's 19 at the time of this writing, a national swimming champion and a freshman in college. Travis, their 17-year-old son, who's an outstanding 3-sport athlete in high school. And Jill, their beautiful and talented 13-year-old. Certainly we can all relate to one of these kids. I'm kind of like Travis, I think. Don't you think, guys? Seriously? Recently, keep in mind this is all supposed to be true. Recently, Jason came home for the first time from college. He was unusually nervous because, as part of his initiation into the swim team, he had been coerced into wearing an earring. Now, none of the men in his family had ever worn an earring, and it just wasn't done among their circle of friends. Jason felt the roof might come off when Mom and Dad saw him. Jason pulled into the driveway and found his mom. She was so excited to see him that she gave him a big hug before she noticed his earring and gasped. Then she laughed. What a great joke, she said. I assume it's one of those stick-on kinds. No, Mom. This is the real thing, Jason answered. I had my ear pierced. Everybody on the swim team has an earring, and I was the only one who didn't, so I gave in. Well, Suzette became nervous, not because she was upset with her son, but because she wondered how her husband would react when he got home. Both Jason and his mother were anxious as Jim arrived home. Jim immediately hugged his son on the side opposite the earring and then said, "Well, how's college going?" He hadn't noticed, and Jason just kept waiting for the explosion. Finally, Dad saw it. "What's this?" he said. Jason thought, "Oh no, he's going to rip it off my ear." Suzette gently suggested, "Now don't overreact." But Jim didn't react at all. Calmly, he asked, "What's going on?" Jason answered, "Dad, everybody on the swim team has an earring. I knew you'd be upset, but Dad, I was the only guy who didn't have one. The senior said either I do it or, I'm in trouble." "If you want to wear the earring, that's your business," Jim answered. "It's not up to me. Only God knows how much I love you." Did you hear that? I mean, that's kind of shitty, isn't it? Your dad is telling you he doesn't know how much he loves you? Son, I may love you a lot. I may not love you at all. I don't know. I don't know! I ask every night. I'm on my knees asking for a sign. How do I love my son? How much do I love? But he won't. All right. Personally, I wouldn't wear an earring, but hey, I understand the pressure you're getting. Suzette calmed down immediately. "I thought you were going to be mad," she told Jim. No. "We need to support our son," he said. "Actually, I'd like to do something about it, but I don't think anything would help." $100 bullshit. That didn't happen. Folks, that didn't happen. They're telling this story. First of all right, let's assume it happened. That means that Jason is so fucking retarded. He doesn't really understand the mechanics, the physical intricacies